Welcome to Spring Everyday. So we are creating a Spring Boot complete project from web interface to SQL database. And we have created a web form and let user post a topic and save it all the way to the database. However, there's an issue. If you have put much more characters or tags in the form and post it into the database, and because it exceeds the length definition of the database column, it will throw a SQL exception. And of course, not many users would like to see this SQL exception in the page. So what we can do, so there are two things we can do. And number one is called exception handling, and number two is called form validation. So let's start with the number one. So to do the exception handling, first you come to the template folder and create a arrow.html. And this is the name Spring gave us, and Spring will automatically detect this file. So we create an HTML here, and we give it a name. And let's do a simple message here. Okay, so this is the simple message. So let's do it again, and let's start the Spring Boot project, and then this arrow.html will be recognized by the Spring Boot. And now we do it again. They'll come back to this error page which you just created. So now let's give it more detail. So now we give them more detail, and now we come back and post it again, and you can see this is the detail. Okay, it's error 500 internal server error. Okay, and we give the user a way to exit from this page. So pretty much you can do whatever you want for this page and make it as much as possible to the user satisfaction. Okay, so you can go home and you come here and you do that. So this is the first thing you can do. And the second thing you can do is to validate the form. So you will get some message here and tell them, say, hey, it's too long and we cannot hold it. Okay, so for doing that, you would do something here. You come to the form object, and first thing you need to get the validation. Okay, so make sure you have the validation here, and then you can come to the post form and do a validation on size. Okay, so this is the validation. So you do a validation on size, and you make sure that the maximum. Okay, so the maximum length is what you have defined in the database, and then you take a look. Okay, so now you come down to the post mapping and make sure this is valid. So it's a valid topic, and if it's not valid, then you stay in this page. What you can do is you do a binding result, and binding result, and then you would do is do a if. Okay, the binding result dot has errors. Okay, and if it has errors, you return. So you don't return to the redirect, instead you return to the same page. Okay, so so now you have a validation. So make sure this won't exceed, you won't get the exception. You come to this one and you paste. That's a lot of characters, and you post. The size must be between 0 and 255. Okay, so this is the so this is the form validation. So what if you want to have a customized message here? Okay, so what you can do, you come here and do a message. Okay, message equal to, here is my message. Okay, so you can do that, and you save, and if you go back and post it again, and see, here is my message. So of course you won't show that message, right? So you would see seed 250 characters. Okay, so this is the message. Makes more sense, and you post it again, and that you got this message. But again, you see this 255, and what if you change your design and have the database holding more, and you make more? So you can do this. So in this case, no matter what you decided to have the max, and your message is here. Okay, so if you do this, it's not started yet. Okay, so you see the same message, but what if we change something here? It's like 250. Okay, and then you will see 250. So this is the way to have your customized message, and the user would stay in this page, and will learn that you should not put that much into the post body. So this is how you can handle the user error. And number one, you put exception handling or customer error page. And number two is you can do a form validation. And the form validation was achieved by this poster form. That's why we have this poster form. So this is how Spring Boot has give you, and you can just use it, and that's pretty easy. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next video.